this story from this doctor is insane.
I was sued by the U.S. government in 2021 for $508 billion. Elizabeth, thanks for saying that. Elizabeth says, listening to you saved my life. And I'm not trying to be a baby here, but you guys have no idea.
And you'll see why you should be worried.
The government came to me and told me to shut up. Told me to sit down and shut up. You know, during COVID, I was censored, suppressed, ridiculed, ostracized. Half my profession turned their back on me. The other half silently praised me. And I need some big prayers right now for a lot of reasons. And a lot of reasons. So listen, during COVID, 2019 came and things started getting weird in the Midwest. We started seeing this respiratory thing going around that we just couldn't get a hold of. Normally, it only takes us a couple weeks to figure out the flu that comes through and how to help with it and how to prevent it. And yes, I did say prevention. Okay. By the way, the FTC doesn't want you to know about prevention. At least during other regimes, it didn't want you to. And oh man, I don't know if I can do this. During COVID, we had over 11,000 patients come through all of our practices, and nobody died. Nobody went to hospital. We were using common sense protocols to help people. In my doctor's office, in my medical doctor's office. And anyway, instead of the government saying, how did you help all those people? And when we were giving common sense solutions, helping people understand and destroying the spirit of fear and giving real science and real data, I was sued by the U.S. government in 2021 for $508 billion. Let me say that again. $508 billion. You ever been sued for $508 billion by the United States federal government? The Federal Trade Commission said that I violated something called the COVID Consumer Protection Act. By the way, this is going to be a long one, so you might as well sit with me. I hope you guys want to hear this story. This is a story that every one of you should hear about that no one has heard. No one has heard. And they sued me for violating the COVID Consumer Protection Act. You ever heard of that before? Nope. You want to know why? Because it doesn't exist. I was the only person in the history of the world that was ever sued under it. The United States government said that I was lying to people about COVID. Okay? Now, just remember that. Remember that. Remember they said that I was lying. I was trying to profit. I was using fear to profit. That's what they said. That's bullshit. That's a lie. Listen, I'm a physician. I've made nutritional products for decades. We know that if you're low in vitamin D, you have a higher risk of all infections, including COVID. There's 120 plus studies that show and prove that. And we also talked about the benefits of vitamin D and zinc, and how zinc is iontopher, and how quercetin is an iontopher for zinc, and zinc helps block viral replication. I mean, this is common sense shit that's in Guyton's physiology textbook that I, as a doctor, and every other doctor should have learned. And man, we were given solutions. And so the government came to me and told me to shut up, told me to sit down and shut up. And they sued me for $508 billion in 2021 under the Biden administration. And they lied about me. You can't countersue the government. It doesn't work that way. People say, well, Dr. Naputi, I know you won your lawsuit. Can't you sue them back? Nope, doesn't work that way. The United States federal government has to agree to be sued.
If the United States government has to agree to be sued, then the United States government cannot be sued. This is a big problem because we don't understand as people, you and me, that the government is not there to own us. The government is there to work for us. The only way the government has jurisdiction over your life is to help and protect your life. That's the government's job to do for you. This is why you elect the people that's in government, so they can do for you, although that's been muddy ever since. If you felt like you went to the doctor and came back with less information than you would have got from ChatGPT, then you understand that the doctors are not there to try to just help you. They're there to push medicine. You're just basically sheep. And now we're getting to see exactly how they operate behind the scenes, because 2021, this was kind of COVID brand new still.
Because the government lied about me in 2021. Not only did they lie about me, this is what they did to me. This was a civil complaint, by the way. They said I violated the COVID Consumer Protection Act, which nobody even knew what the hell it is, what it was, how it worked. Nope, there's no such thing as it. They said I violated it 12,555 times and $40,000 per violation, which, by the way, I didn't violate it once because there was no COVID Consumer Protection Act. It was all bullshit. And I'm going to say bullshit a few times, so I'm sorry. I hope I don't get flagged or banned or whatever. I mean, guys, I'm just kind of being real with you for a minute, okay? Because this is tough. This is tough because this is not some just half-assed influencer on social media telling you that take this Vita Vita Vegemin. This is like real. So anyway, I was sued by the FTC for violating the COVID Consumer Protection Act. Nobody even knows what it was. I was sued, and I hired a law firm, and it took the United States government 6 weeks to tell my law firm what they were suing me for. I got sued. And then it took them 6 weeks to tell my lawyers what I did wrong. Well, how can you defend yourself when you don't know what the hell you did wrong? It took them 6 weeks to tell. By the way, I'd already spent $1.2 million in 6 weeks. That was my retainer. By the way, I'm the son of a pig farmer from Central Illinois. Everything that I've ever gotten in life, I've worked my ass off completely from the beginning. No one's given me shit other than the opportunity to help. That's it. Whew. And listen, so they lied about it, and the reason why I'm upset is because today, just now, the FDA just said that they're going to put the black box warning on the COVID vaccines because they're hurting and causing harm to people. And Dr. Robert Redfield, the former director of the CDC, is now treating people for long COVID. That's what I was treating people from in 2020. He's running a practice like mine. He's the same doctor that said that he wouldn't stand up for any of us during this time. And look, I mean, so they lied to me. They lied about me, and now they're telling everybody the truth of what happened. Listen, let me just tell you the story real quick. And Del Bigtree did a really good job putting this story together. I'm just going to try to have a conversation with you, and I really appreciate you guys that are standing with me and being strong with me and whatnot. But listen, when you get sued by the United States federal government, they have a 98% conviction rate because they have a method. They try to destroy you and they try to kill you. Period. That's what they do. By the way, the FTC has 5 chairmen or 5 board members of it. 3 of them resigned during this time, wrote letters to President Biden saying that the head of the FTC was using her political powers to come after people, and me being one of them. And those 3 people were going to be witnesses for me. And by the way, the FTC and DOJ hired one doctor from St. Louis, Missouri, from Washington School of Medicine, who never ever heard or saw any of the stuff that I did. By the way, this doctor never treated one COVID patient in their life. Not one. Not one. We had over 11,000. Nobody died. He didn't treat one. And we did a private investigation on this doctor, and we found out that this doctor got $9 million from Tony Fauci and from NIH and NIAID to make COVID vaccines. $9 million. $9 million. I spent $5.5 million defending myself. I'm the son of a pig farmer. Everything I've worked for my entire life, I've worked my ass off for. All I've done was serve my community, serve my global community. And God forbid I stood up against a giant and said, this is freaking bullshit and this is not okay.
These numbers are stressing me out. There's no reason why American citizen should be American citizen that's a doctor that's doing his job should be able to be sued by the government that's supposed to work for us and have to spend this much amount of money just to protect himself for doing his job. And then the people that are doing the opposite of whatever he's doing, in fact, putting things out to actually hurt someone, those people get to walk off. If we ever want to save anything that goes on in America, the number one thing you have to do is remove lobbying, which I still to this day don't understand how people can lobby. If somebody gives you a financial incentive to do something, you're more than likely going to do the thing. To pay somebody $9 million just to come up with this stuff, and this man have to spend $5 million. It's not like somebody was hurt. He have over 11,000 people that he's helped. Nobody came out bad. But the people that the American government decided to help, people are starting to have bad outcomes. These people will have you fighting left and right as far as like Republicans, Democrats. They'll make it seem like each other is the problem when it's really just them. $5 million is insane. Somebody had to give me back my money.
And now you have no idea what's happened in the last 5 years of my life. For the last 5 years of my life, I've gotten up every day and all I've done is fight to try to get my life back. I show up and smile every day and take care of my patients. I travel all over the world and helping people. We're coming up with amazing products and services and really changing people's lives. This hurts, you guys. And I see all these candy ass influencers. This is why I politely said, no, I'm not going to be in DC doing a lot of the things that are happening there because I want to help real people. And $508 billion I was sued for still to this day because of that. I still to this day can't go to a bank right now and get a fucking loan. Oh man, I can't believe I said that. Please bleep that out. Man, that sucks. I'm sorry I said that. I can't go and do the things that are necessary to run my business. The insurance companies which I don't deal with them anymore, they shut down the abilities for all of my practices to gain income. I lost $30 million in revenue from what they did. The federal government infiltrated my business. I had 2 business partners in one of my other companies. The federal government sued me in my personal name and my business. Didn't sue my partners. They infiltrated and scared my partners. My partners were at the time were very cowardly, and they probably still are. But they turned their backs on me. I was making those guys, these guys had made, whatever. And they started making a living and a life now because of helping people. And so when the United States government came to my company, without my agreement, my company decided to settle for $1 million. $1 million. They gave the United States government $1 million of my dollars that I worked my butt off so hard to get so that I can feed my family, take care of my stuff, do all these things. Elizabeth, thanks for saying that. Elizabeth says, let me show this. Elizabeth says, listening to you saved my life. And I'm not trying to be a baby here, but you guys have no idea what I've been through to try to do the right thing. You have no idea what my family's been through. And my wife and my kids stood by me during this whole time. And it's been hard, man. Like, so hard you can't even imagine. And everything, like, I know I'm up against the devil. I know. Because every time I turn around, like, you can't make up the shit that's happening. That's how I know that we're on the right side of this. But I'm trying so hard to stay strong. It's tough, man. Because I'm seeing like all these other people get their lives back and I got deplatformed, demonetized, everything. They tried to take my license away. I had to fight, beg, borrow, steal, and kill to keep my license and stay in practice every day to help people and just do what's right and fight and stand. And now the government is saying, hey, you know what? We're putting a black box warning on the COVID shot. The head of the CDC at the time is now running a long COVID, long haulers practice because people are, and now he's Dr. Robert Redfield is saying that people should have never gotten the COVID shots, and now they're hurting people.
When the government or anybody sues you for that amount of money, it's not so they can receive that amount of money for you. It's to bankrupt you. And as long as they can bankrupt you, they can stop you. This man is being sued for doing his job and every single thing that he was just trying to help. Now the government can not only give you the poison, they can also give you the cure. So they profit on both ends. And they're incentivized to do it because nobody can do anything to them. The people that are supposed to be working for you. That would be like your butler running everything in your house. And you can't get inside your house because your butler said you can.
I never told people not to take the COVID shots. I did. I told them if you want to take it, take it. If you don't. I don't give a shit. It's your free will. Do whatever the hell you want to do. Just like with the hepatitis B thing that just came out. The CDC and FDA just CDC and FDA came out and said, hey, you don't have to mandate this. We don't have to do this. And now they're all up in arms about this. They're trying to impeach Kennedy because they're saying, hey, freedom to choose. I mean, are you shitting me? And I have to start all over from scratch, man. We created this thing called BioLimitless during that time because people needed the truth, and self-care is the real healthcare, man. And if people don't know how to take care of themselves, how are they going to be well? And they can't. You can't trust your doctors. You can't trust your insurance. You got to be your own advocate. And for saying that, man, the devil's been hitting me hard. Like, it's been attacking me financially. He's been attacking me in my international businesses, my local businesses, and he's now attacking my family and my relationships. It's like, who, God, though he slay me, still I worship him, right?
That's because you're messing with their money. You can't mess with these people's money. And that should show you why you should be scared in your life. Because you're only a sheep to these people. They want to use you as much as they can. And the second they can't use you, they destroy you. Nobody can get in front of this apparatus that they got built. Nobody. The people that you hire to work for you, I will repeat that to the day I pass. There's no way that your butler should run your life.
But man, it's tough. And I'm sorry I'm just venting, but I got to be honest with you. I haven't had a chance to tell anybody this, and I don't really have a whole lot of folks to talk to about it because nobody wants to see that Superman can bleed. And I'm super upset and hurt by this. I feel like every day for the last 5 years, I've been getting up and just doing everything I can to put one foot in the front of the other. And I do everything I can to keep listen, I had to close down a bunch of my businesses during COVID, like because they shut down my ability to accept insurance. And then they told the insurance companies I was committing fraud. That was a lie. They lied about me. The United States government lied about me. You can't sue them back. Oh, and by the way, like in the book I'm writing, Shit You Cannot Make Up by Dr. Eric Naputi, I told you guys already that the FTC, three of the people at FTC resigned, said they'd be witnesses for us, told the president that they're coming after people like me using political power, not real science. I told you that the one expert witness, that the government hired, we found out he got a $9 million grant from Tony Fauci and NIH and NIAID, the same amount, the same $9 million that the people who said originally that there was a lab leak, 9 million must be the easy button to push. Because let me tell you something. He got the same $9 million as those people do, and 99.9% of the world, including the FBI, including governments around the world, are now saying, yeah, there's no question that COVID came from a lab leak. No question. The only people who are saying that it didn't are the people who know that it did and were a part of it, period. And that's facts. I'm reporting the news. Don't, by the way, Facebook, like I had a social media page that we literally spent millions of dollars building up for 15 years. You notice how everybody's gotten their platforms back? I haven't. We actually got a hold through our marketing team. We were blessed to be able to get a hold of someone at Meta, at Facebook, high up that we have great connections with. And she said, hey, you know what? Normally when somebody's post gets banned or their page gets shut down, normally it goes in this little file right here. We found Dr. Naputi's file. It's well, there's the normal file. There's 30,000 foot, literally 30,000 foot of shit is what she said. And then there's Dr. Naputi's old social media page wrapped up in some red tape because the White House ordered it to be put there. And the only way that it can be taken out is if the White House orders it to be taken out. This is crazy.
That shows you why people voted for Trump. This is not to say that Trump was 10 times better than any Democratic president that could have came. However you believe that. But it is to show that things were so crazy. Why would you want to continue to go down that route? This is not a gangbanger. Keep in mind, on both sides, they end up pardoning all the addicts, all the fraudsters. Tyler Boyer from Turning Point USA, he gets a pass. Biden's son gets a pass. Trump is I know he's going to pardon himself. He's going to pardon himself and whoever else is in cahoots with him. All the criminals get pardoned. All the criminals don't have no problem as long as they have, political friends in high places. But the people, the everyday people, the you, the me, the people that try to make an honest living, this doctor that's trying to make an honest living, this is if everything he said is a fact. Making an honest living, trying to do whatever you got to do to help people. Those are the people that get the shit end of the stick.